Hi, welcome back to Mommy Inspiration, and my name is Jessica. Today I'm going to review the Abeka Academy K4 video curriculum. This is what it would look like. This is with Abeka Academy, and you can do either the DVDs that I have here, or you can do the streaming option. We chose to do the DVDs so that we wouldn't have to depend on the internet all the time, because sometimes our internet skips and it doesn't work right, so the best thing for us is to buy the DVDs. We will have to return them at the end of the school year, and we will have to make sure that we don't lose them and mess them up. We started the DVD lessons for the K4 curriculum this year, for this school year, and we are halfway through the school year. And I wanted to show you what it is, and since I've been familiar with it, I wanted to show you what we have and what I think about it. So I'm going to first start off show you the materials that comes with the K4 curriculum. Here is the video manual. On the front, it'll give you the pictures of all the stuff that comes on it, and inside it breaks down the whole school year for you. Here's the contents. It has the time schedule, that's only suggestive. You can still make your own schedule. And it has the Bible, and it'll break down and explain the Bible video lessons for you, the seat work, explanations, the skill development, phonics, and so on and so on. And it'll break that down for you. And to show that, for an example, the Bible, it'll break down in these several paragraphs of what the video is going to talk about and what it does. It says that they do a Bible verse every day, and they do Bible songs, and they do a Bible lesson out of the Bible. This is a faith-based curriculum, and so if that's one of the options that you like, Abeka is really good for that. They do the faith-based all through the curriculum, and not just in the Bible lessons, but also in reading and the writing, and also just to give you an idea of how it lays it out for every day. They lay it out per lesson, which is every day. For each day, they number the lessons by day. So we're on day 116 as of right now. And they break it off for the Bible, skills development, phonics, and they'll tell you how to prepare for it in the middle here. And on the side, it'll tell you what's going to be in the video, and if there is a video. What I have marked off is things that I feel like we didn't need to do that day. And that's the beautiful thing about homeschool. You can just mark stuff off. Well, we already know that. We don't need to keep doing that. She gets it, and we can move on. They also give you a list of materials if you need materials too. Every couple of lessons, they will ask you to do a evaluation. And here is what the evaluations look like in Appendix A. The oral phonics evaluation, and they give you what lesson they need to do it in, if they know these letter sounds, and they'll give you a check. And then when you get to a certain lesson like 114, they want you to grade it by letters. Like if they get all 10 right, they get an A. And so that's what they do for that. And they give you papers for the oral evaluation. You point to the letter, and they have to know the sound without any help. And also in Appendix C, they give you handwriting evaluations. They'll tell you that this is above average work if your child has good handwriting. And in the back, they give you blending ladders. So I have ripped these out of the book because it's perforated on the side. I ripped them out and I copied them, and they are now taped to our kitchen wall where we do the lessons, so that she can look at them every day, and I don't have to pull them out of the book. So she can look at them, and she can go up the ladder and go down the ladder with her blending letter sounds. And this helps her with her reading skills. They use these blending ladders in the phonics lessons. So that is the video manual. For the writing, we have two things for writing. The writing tablet. This is the cursive ABC writing tablet. The manuscript would of course be different. It would be manuscript, it'd be print. But we chose the cursive for Sarah. And they give you a guide in the front, and they give us these huge index cards for writing. They start at the red dot, and they give the first arrow, where to go, and how to go down, and how to follow the arrows. And these are really helpful during the cursive writing lessons. And the next book is the ABC 1, 2, 3. This is for phonics and numbers. They use this interchangeably for phonics video lesson and the numbers video lesson. They do phonics, and sometimes they do phonics review on the same day. Sometimes they do numbers lesson and numbers review on the same day. And some days they do a little bit of both. So you use this book interchangeably between those two lessons because they have both. And inside are these really cute reward things to use for your student whenever they do good. Sometimes the teacher has a reward little sticker or a little reward pin, and they pin it onto the student. We are on page 169 as of right now, and this is what it looks like. And they write their name at the top, and they give an instruction, and the teacher would walk the child through giving the child directions, and the child would have to learn how to follow directions and how to count. This one's of course is for the numbers because they have to count the seeds and they have to write the number 14. Yeah, here's a good phonics lesson page. This one right here. They have to read the word here, and then they have to circle it which one goes with the picture that's above it. Like this is a bib, they would have to read each word and circle the word that's a bib, which is really good thinking skills as well. And behind that one would be a blending ladder with multiple different blends. Also, what goes with the phonics are these animal alphabet cards. They would use these and sound out the letters, like C is for k, 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 k. And so they would use these for their phonics lessons as well as the ABC 1, 2, 3. Now for the reading materials, this is helping them with their reading. We are on book 10, so there were more books, but they're not in here because they're already been used and gone through. But this is a good idea. It's still a good idea of what they look like. I clipped them together to keep them all organized and not lost. And the books started off at first with real simple. It just started off with one letter, and you would have to sound out the letters, and the child would have these really good pictures that would help them encourage and remember those letters. And now we are on book 10. She has to review these letters. The first page is always one letter and then one blend, and then that blend would go on to a word, and then at the bottom of that third page would be a sentence, and they would have to read the sentence on their own. And these books are really cute. We really like them, and they have an activity at the end for coloring and matching letters to sounds. It's a really cute book. My daughter really likes it. And to go with the reading is the readiness skills. And in here, to the teacher, right here, it says this is for writing readiness, eye-hand coordination, visual perception, and listening and thinking skills. So the teacher for this lesson would give the child exact, very detailed instructions, and they would have to learn how to follow the instructions. And I find this really good because you have to learn how to stay with the teacher and not skip ahead, because sometimes those students that skip ahead, they do it wrong. You have to learn to have self-control, and I really like this lesson. It helps them learn how to follow before they leave. This is the K4 Bible activity book, and it's a really good book. It has really colorful pictures, and again, it prepares the child to follow directions, and it also gives them another hands-on activity that goes with their Bible lesson that they have either just talked about or they have talked about in the past, and it's kind of like a review of that Bible lesson. And just to give you an idea of what it looks like, there's a few pictures here. They're in the New Testament now. They did start off with the creation in Genesis, and now they're in the New Testament. But this is a really cute book. And the last book I have here is the art project. They don't use this every day. They only use it like maybe once a week. We are on page 77 through this, halfway through this year. And like this one, they would give us the Paul Revere hat because it's we're in February, and I guess it's they talk about the presidents a lot. They talked about Washington and Lincoln, so they probably in the next lesson they're probably going to touch on Paul Revere with that. So they're making his hat. Yeah, so like here's what that hat looks like, and behind it would probably just be the cutout part of the hat. There we go. And that's what the back of the hat straps look like. And that's one part of the hat. It's a triangle hat. And for their art projects, they give you content in the front, what each month has, what lessons, what crafts they have, what projects they have for each month, so you can plan ahead. And they also give you the supplies that you would need for each of those months. And that's really helpful for moms who want to plan ahead and to see what they need ahead of time. So overall, I'm very pleased with the school curriculum that we have this year. I don't have anything negative to say about it, except that I think the day's whole lesson as a whole sometimes runs a little bit too long. Like for example, for the lesson 116, that's just one day lesson. 116, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 videos to do that day. And I think that would run on a little bit too long for a 4- and 5-year-old. So I just marked off some of the things that we don't need to do that day, such as skills development here. All they're doing on that video is talking about good health. And me and Sarah can do that during our circle time or our little family time in the living room. We can talk about having good health, talk about food and everything. And it would give us conversation starters. And I would do that instead of having her sit in front of a video where she's already been sitting in front of a video for these other lessons as well. I don't know if that's something that you guys would do. That's totally up to you guys. But that's just what I do, and if I have anything to say bad about it, and it would be that. But overall, it's still a very good curriculum, and that's the best thing about having homeschool, that you can pick and choose, and you can decide, oh, well, we're going to skip this. You already know that. You're really good at that, and that way you don't have to have that child sit and do it over and over as if they were in a classroom in school. So that's the best thing about having homeschool. You can pick and choose the curriculum and critique it to y'all's likes. And we are definitely planning on doing this same curriculum for the next age group for next year for Sarah. It's really that good. That way I can have a little bit more time and focus on the other 2 kids as well. Since they are 5 years and under, I have 3 kids. It's a lot easier because everything's already planned out for me, and that's the best thing about this curriculum. So that's all I have for this video. I hope you guys liked it. If you have any questions about the material, anything that I might have missed, please leave a question down below and I'll try to get to it as fast as I can, because I really like this curriculum and I hope this helps other moms in choosing a curriculum they would use for their kids. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. It really helps out my channel, and I hope to see you guys on the next video. Bye. Today we're talking about life with 3 kids under the age of 5. Now, I just had a baby 6 months ago. She turned 6 months